Now, the first mistake men make when women say no on my list today is thinking they can change their minds. Now, I'm smiling because this is a situation I know a lot of kings end up in. You ask a woman out, she tells you no, she tells you she's not interested, and you think in your head that she's just playing hard to get. So if you stick around a little bit more, if you prove to her a little bit more, she's going to come around and say yes. And most of the times you end up getting hurt because the woman told you plainly from the beginning that she wasn't interested, but you chose to believe that you could change their minds. And even sometimes when the woman ends up coming around in quotes, she ends up coming around because of the wrong reasons. She either ends up coming around because she's found out you can provide for her, or you worship her, or she found out you can go any length for her, or she found out that she could control and manipulate you, or she is doing it out of pity because, okay, you've lingered for so long, you've tried so hard, okay, let me just pity you and be with you. And none of these reasons are tangible enough to sustain any relationship for a long time. So you end up hurting yourself either ways. So please, my kings, and I'm even going to bring this down to sex. You approach a woman, she's even interested, but she tells you, I am a virgin and I plan to wait till marriage. Or, I am being celibate and I plan to wait till marriage. And you knowing fully well that you want a relationship where you will be sexually active, you think to yourself that, oh no, by the time I get to date her and she starts loving me and we build our relationship, she's going to come around and give me sex. Or she's going to come around and want it. Or I can convince her to do it. And that is the mindset with which you enter the relationship. And now, in the course of the relationship, she's still not budging. She's still standing firm on her decision. And now you start blaming her. You start feeling bad. You start feeling hurt. Whilst this woman told you from the beginning that you see this one, it is not going to happen. I am not going to do this. I want to wait till marriage. But you think to yourself that you can change your mind. And then you end up feeling hurt. So please, my kings, stop doing these things. If a woman tells you, okay, fine, I'll date you, but no sex till marriage, and you know that that is a deal breaker for you, break it off then. Tell her, okay, no problem, but I can't cope with that. It is your personal decision, and her decision is also hers. So respect it. Don't think that you can convince her to do otherwise. That is definitely always going to end badly. Or even if, let me also bring it a little home, this woman was actually, I am using the sex part again, actively involved in this act with you. She was doing it, she was okay with it, and at some point, she decides to stop for some reasons. Or she even explains to you as to why she wants to stop. Maybe, okay, where I am at now, I want to be celibate, I want to, take some time off. And then you start saying it that, okay, with little time, I'll be able to change her mind, or I'll be able to convince her that she can change her mind. I am laughing because this is what a lot of kings actually believe. Instead of you to just accept it and tell her, okay, fine, this doesn't mean that I am only in this relationship because of this, but I know I cannot cope without it. So please, let's end it here. She might feel bad though. She might feel like, okay, then really this is all you wanted. But it is going to save both you and her the stress of letting this thing stretch for so long and becoming more and more hurtful for the both of you. Because yes, it is her decision and it is her body. So if it is something you cannot cope with, accept it. Unless you know you're willing to go on that journey, unless you know you can handle it, unless you know you want to actively and intentionally walk down that road with her. But if you don't, please end it at that point in time. Don't ever think, let me wait around a little longer. I will convince her. She will come around. Please, my kings, it is a huge mistake you shouldn't make when a woman says no, be it to your proposal or to sex. Another mistake men make when women say no is insulting them. Now, this one, I would say is mostly done by boys. You ask a woman out and she says no, and the next day you start insulting her. You know, you meet, I've had my own personal experiences, and it's just funny. A guy approaches you, asks you out, asks you for your number, and you go like, oh no, I'm not interested. I don't want to share my number with you. And the next thing he goes like, you are not even that beautiful. Is it because I approached you? Because you're trying to feed your ego. Because you're trying to not feel rejected, you resort to insulting the woman. Believe me, what you've just done is proving her right. You just made her know very valid. You just made her know that, okay, thank God I said no. Because this one cannot even chest rejection. So he's a sore loser. How am I going to cope in a relationship with someone like this who resorts to insulting me simply because I said no to a proposal? You get, you just proved her right. So as a king, you shouldn't be doing this. Be willing to accept it. Be willing to understand that no matter how handsome, no matter how well-to-do you are, some women are going to reject you. Some women are not going to want you. A woman you are interested in might not be interested in you. Accept it. It is life. And when it happens, just take it in good faith and move on. Just take it that, yes, this is one of those business proposals I sent that's where it's approved. Simple, and you move on with your life. So, yes, my kings, insulting a woman when she says no is another huge mistake a lot of, let me say, men make, because I don't even think any king will do that. When women say no, please don't be a sore loser. If she says no, accept it in good faith and move on. You approached her because you saw her attractive, you are interested in her. So don't resort to insulting her because she said no. That doesn't speak well of you. And that just confirms that she's right for saying no. Now, the last mistake men make when women say no on my list today is talking bad about them. Now, this one too is mostly with boys, but I know some men still do it. If you're a king on this channel, please don't do that. If you're seeing this video, please don't do that. You try to get a girl, she refuses, and the next thing you're trying to down talk her in front of your guys. Your guys talk about her like, oh wow, did you see that pretty girl? Or maybe, have you seen that fine girl in the neighborhood? And you go like, oh, that one, I don't chop and clean mouth. What? Like, why? Why do you feel like you need to ridicule this woman simply because she said no to your proposal? That is low self-esteem in action, my kings. You shouldn't be there as a king. If it is something you're doing, please work on it. It is wrong. Don't spread false news about a lady simply because she said no to your proposal and you're finding it difficult to accept, so you feel like you need to, tarnish her image where other guys are or where your guys are so that they feel like she's nothing. Again, you're proving her right. You are just showing that her saying no is the best decision she made for herself. Please, my kings, don't make this mistake. It is bad. It just doesn't speak well of you. If you're growing as a man, it should be seen, it should be evident in how you react to things. And this is one of those things that you leave behind. If you used to do it, you stop doing them. You don't talk down on a woman to other people or start spreading rumors about a woman simply because she said no. Or even maybe a woman who was already into you you're both getting things going, and it gets to going down, and she goes like, no, she doesn't want to. And then you feel the need to pamper your ego by talking down on her or making people feel she's loose or telling people she's cheap because you couldn't get her. Just too bad. Just too bad. I don't know how else to say this. As a king, please never find yourself here. Doesn't speak well of you at all. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 3 mistakes men make when women say no. That you should definitely, as a king who wants to be doing better for himself, wants to improve and grow daily, you should definitely not be doing. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do want to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell. Like this video. Drop a comment down below. Share this video with your family and friends. And see you in the next one. Bye.